Erik Ten Hag choice was spot on. What Kobbie Mainoo and Alejandro Garnacho have achieved is simply remarkable. As United receive unwanted Alejandro Garnacho request, decision awaited. When Manchester United were searching for a new manager back in 2022, there was a lot to consider. Mainly, the club simply needed a direction. After 5 trophyless years were punctuated by a few aimless, miserable months under an interim manager, Erik Ten Hag's reign presented a fresh start, and while the club are now once again debating whether to make another new beginning, the Dutchman can be proud of what he has achieved. Winning 2 trophies in 2 seasons, arguably just a big achievement, Ten Hag is making the most of a special group, with the 2022 Fahrenheit Youth Cup winners shining as a beacon of hope during a woeful first-team season that year. Getting something out of that group was a top goal for any new manager, and when Erik Ten Hag was announced, football director John Murdoch highlighted his commitment to youth as a key reason why the club were keen to bring him on. Erik Ten Hag has commitment to youth. Erik Ten Hag handed debuts to 23 different Ajax Academy players during his time in charge at the Eredivisie club. At Manchester United, he has tried to be selective, insistent young players must earn their chance. It's tough to make the team, with 6 players making their United debuts under him so far. The FA Youth Cup team have not all made it. Some players' journeys are yet to be determined, while others have left the club. Mark Jurado and Isak Hansen are on. 2 players who have are Alejandro Garnacho and Kobbie Mainoo. You could argue that both players were so talented they would have made it whoever was manager. Garnacho actually made his debut under Rangnick, but that would be to churlishly underestimate the impact of Ten Hag and his coaching staff on the young duo's development. He created the conditions for Garnacho and Mainoo to succeed and thrive, and carefully selected the right moments to bring them through. Mainoo's success this season was partly due to groundwork Ten Hag laid the previous year with him, and during pre-season, while with Garnacho, he resisted the temptation to throw him in instantly and made him work for it, even laying down the rules on discipline during his first pre-season. Now, the duo are thriving. Garnacho and Mainoo have taken steps to become first-team regulars, with the winger making 50 appearances this season, and the midfielder 32 in total. After this past weekend, the pair are history makers, scoring in the FA Cup final to defeat Pep Guardiola's City. In other news, Manchester United receive unwanted Alejandro Garnacho request. Decision awaited. Alejandro Garnacho has enjoyed a big season of progress for Manchester United, becoming an ever-present in Erik Ten Hag's squad. During an injury-hit season for Manchester United, Alejandro Garnacho's reliability was very useful to the team. He struck his 10th goal of the season at the weekend, becoming the youngest player since Cristiano Ronaldo to score in the FA Cup final, before academy teammate Kobbie Mainoo repeated the feat minutes later. If there is one thing Garnacho and Mainoo both now need, it's a rest. Unfortunately, that does not look like happening too imminently. Mainoo is part of the Euro 2024 squad, while Garnacho is heading to the Copa America with Argentina. Now there is an even further complication. Alejandro Garnacho wanted for Olympic tournament. The Copa America tournament runs simultaneously to Euro 2024, finishing on July 14th. Manchester United's first pre-season game is on July 15th. If Argentina were to get all the way to the final, Garnacho would get extra time off, potentially only joining up with United in time for the first game in the US on July 27th. However, there is now an added complication, with Argentina under-23 boss Javier Mascherano signaling he wants Garnacho in the Olympic squad for the tournament in Paris 2024. According to TNT Sports Argentina, a request has been made to Manchester United to release Garnacho for the tournament. The report states a decision is awaited, indicating that the Red Devils are yet to make a ruling. Whether United would deny Garnacho the chance to play at the Olympics is hard to say. The teenager is proud of his Argentine heritage, recently draping himself in the country's flag at Wembley as he celebrated winning the FA Cup, just like he did after winning the FA Youth Cup in 2022. The Olympic football tournament runs between July 24th and August 10th. Argentina would be one of the teams fancied to go the distance. This would mean Garnacho missing the entire preseason, including the Community Shield, which takes place on August 10th. He would not miss any Premier League games, with the 2024 over-25 season beginning on the weekend of August 17th. There is a quite obvious dilemma, however, of when exactly Garnacho could get some rest. He has a few days or so now before he links up with Argentina ahead of the Copa America. One small consolation there is that he is not a regular starter. He has 5 caps in total, which include just 1 start and only 5 minutes of action in competitive games. Garnacho has 86 appearances to his name for Manchester United already at the age of just 19. It's a very high number. Fortunately, Marcus Rashford is getting a rest this summer. He should be fresh next season at least, unlike Garnacho, who better enjoy this brief period of a week's rest while he can. Related topics. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash the like button and make sure to subscribe to Man United Hub to get all the latest updates.